I wanted to show you a few more things that you might typically see in a play therapy room. The first one is a doctor's kit. A doctor's kit can be really useful because it's not uncommon for children to end up in a caregiving role. This might be because their caregivers have a mental or physical condition that's left them no choice but to take that role. Or it might be just because that's their inclination, or they have lots of younger siblings. It's quite common, and I've seen it lots of times, for children to present very, very confident and like they don't need anyone. And then over time, as they start to trust me and they start to soften, that they become somewhat regressive, and they might start sucking their thumb and playing baby, and then asking if I can look after them, that they've got a sore tummy or a sore head, and could I use the doctor's kit to take care of them. In some scenarios, they might even go from playing the doctor and wanting to take care of me to moving all the way through that process to reversing the roles, and that's really, really reparative and a really good sign in play therapy. Next, we have things like feelings cards and questions cards. So these can be really good icebreakers, and they can also just facilitate really good conversation. So for example, this one says, in the future, I want to. And this one says, confused. So I might ask the child, what do you think this elephant is feeling? Have you ever felt that way? I might even offer my own experience, so I feel confused when this happens. And that can be really useful to help grow that child's emotional vocabulary and understanding. Finally, we have things like board games. So Jenga can be a really useful one because you can actually give sentences and phrases to the building blocks. So maybe you could build something with all the negative things anyone's ever said, or take out a block and say something positive about yourself. But also things like Connect 4 and Snakes and Ladders and matching pairs, they're not to be underestimated, because for children that have been in the foster system and the care system, very often they didn't get that experience of just a typical afternoon playing a board game with a typical caregiving person. And actually allowing them that experience can be really, really reparative and really important for them.